when I first started talking about appointment setting on social media, like literally, like barely anyone knew what it was. It was like super niche. Like business owners might know what it is, and that was about it. But in 2024, it's definitely like a lot more people have heard about it. There's a lot more people talking about it. Even Eman's like spoke about it. In fact, I've actually set up two of my appointment setters with Eman's company Educate, which is a little fun fact there. I guess I've got an Eman testimonial on the way. Um, but yeah, like the way that you actually approach appointment setting as a beginner and even closing as well, the same applies to actually, for finding your first role or for finding a good role anyway, it's changed a little bit because since more people are in the appointment setting space now, since there is more competition, unfortunately, one thing about appointment setting is like we're supposed to be very good at outbound messaging. So that means as an appointment setter, you're supposed to be outbound messaging to find your first client, and you're supposed to be very good at that. So the competition when it comes to outbound messaging to try and land a role as an appointment setter is very, very high. Even though appointment setting, the competition as a whole is not that high, but the competition is very high if you're trying to find a role through outbound prospecting because that's what everyone does. That's what appointment setters are supposed to be good at. So I think the way to actually find quality opportunities has changed. I really think it has changed, and this video is not just going to be me telling you to invest in a program and get placed on an offer because I think by now most people know that is the best way to go out there and find an offer, a placement. My alpha setters, last year I posted a total of 100 and like. Actually, I think last year I posted like over 100 opportunities for my alpha setter students. I posted more opportunities for my students to apply for than I even have students. So that's always going to be the number one way to find a good offer to work for is going to be through a paid community or a paid program or something like that. But this video is probably for the guys that don't have access to that. You haven't invested in coaching, you don't have the money to do so, which is completely fine. So how would you go about that and actually find a good offer to set for or close for so that you can actually start earning 5 to 10K a month from your phone and be able to move to Thailand with the boys? Um, so yeah, outbound prospecting is a lot more saturated than it was when I first started talking about appointment setting. You guys might have seen my free training that I made like a year ago that was explaining how to actually do outbound prospecting to find your first opportunity. But yeah, I don't think it still works. It definitely still works, but it's not as efficient as it was. And of course, as just high value men, we need to always be looking for the highest leverage activities. We don't want to be wasting our time doing something when we could be spending our time elsewhere to get a better ROI. So I think the best way to actually land good roles as a setter or closer in 2024 is actually through networking. It's through actually going out and meeting people, building relationships, building connections, and actually going through your network. I think that is the best way because if I have a think to alpha setters, right? Last year I posted like over 130 opportunities or something along those lines. I can't remember the exact number, but last year I posted over 130 opportunities for alpha setters. Do you think I go out there and just do outbound prospecting every single day to try and set up roles for my students? No, they come to me. How do these guys come to me? They come to me through my network and through referrals and stuff like this. That's how these guys find out about me. This is how they find out about alpha setters, just networking. So if I'm not doing outbound prospecting to go and find these people, and I managed to get over 136 job opportunities last year. And in fact, no, and the number will be way higher as well. We don't just post any job opportunity. There's so many shit businesses that want to hire a set, and we're just like, no, piss off. So it's like, yeah, we get so many people that want to hire alpha setters because of our reputation, because of my network, because of my connections. So if I can get over 130 opportunities in a year, like you can at least get your one golden opportunity through networking, right? As long as you put in the time and effort, because networking is still difficult. It's still hard work. It's a different type of work, but it's still hard work that you need to do. And as a setter or a closer, right now, this is going to be your best bet to get that perfect 5-star offer that you've been waiting for to finally, violate 10K months. Because of course, as a setter or closer, the vehicle that you're in is going to heavily dictate the amount of money that you're going to take home. It's not going to be everything. It's like, you can still make money on a dead offer. You can still make money on a good offer, but it's definitely going to help you, right? If you get a really, really good offer to work on. So networking. And What I mean by networking is, yeah, just trying to build relationships with people. Maybe even like work for people for free or offer free value to the people with expecting nothing in return. Stuff like that. Just trying to build high level connections, and through high level connections, opportunities will open up. For example, like me, in Amsterdam with Hamza and everyone, and I know Hamza because one of the guys that Hamza was going out into Amsterdam to meet up with, I helped him with setters last year, and like just by connecting with people, like me being at that table with Hamza and all these other business owners, like these business owners later down the line, if any of them ever need setters, some of these guys are doing over like 100K months. If any of those guys need setters moving forward in the future, who are they gonna call? They're gonna call me. They're gonna shoot me a message on WhatsApp like, "Yo, Temi, I need an alpha setter." So by me building that connection, by me flying to Amsterdam and investing time on my network, like this is gonna provide future opportunities for my setters. Right? Another thing is maybe about a month ago now, I went to London for a private little Alpha Setter cigar night that we did, because Alpha Setters, it's not one of these like spurgy Discord servers where like no one actually meets each other and it's just a bunch of nerds in a server, none of them make money, blah blah blah. Like Alpha Setters is like we're real G's that live a high energy lifestyle. We actually meet up with each other. We're not just some like silly online thing. So we had a little exclusive cigar night with Alpha Setters and also with one of my good friends, who's doing really well with his business. And then the next day, on the Saturday night, we actually went to a business networking event, and I brought my Alpha Setters with me. Now, bringing my Alpha Setters with me was very interesting for two reasons. One, bringing my Alpha Setters with me to the networking event, I just want a disclaimer. They didn't receive any commissions for doing this. There was no incentive. They got no commissions, no like referral bonuses or anything like that. And I did not ask them to do so. Just want to say that. But one, it was really good bringing them to the networking event because they actually promoted Alpha Setters for me. I made sales because they went round to people and just said such great things about Alpha Setters, which is just amazing to me. And thank you, boys, Ruben and Fahim, legends for that. But second of all, by me having conversations with people about what I do, and like I train setters, I play setters, build sales teams, got the agency, blah blah blah, and even my students having conversations about, oh yeah, I work in high ticket sales. He's my mentor. I've been training for this long. This is who I work for. I've done this much in commissions, etc. Blah blah blah. Just by them going around and having these conversations with these business owners, they got offered literally so many opportunities. Not only for setting as well, for closing. They got offered closing opportunities, setting opportunities, all in the space of like 3 hours at this business networking event. Just because they could tell they got to meet people in person, shake their hand, firm handshake, look them in the eye with chest, conviction, and you get to show that sales personality when you're meeting someone in person through these networking events. So that's another really good way that you can actually set yourself up with a really good opportunity to start earning money as a setter or closer by actually going into these that networking events. You can even like choose a niche, like what's a niche that you're interested in, and you can actually find a networking event based on that niche. Yes, you might have to pay to get into like most of these events, but that's an investment. That's definitely money well spent. If you can't afford to pay, a couple of £1,000 to join like a high level program, or you can't afford to like join one of those coaching groups where you get placed on offers. Well, okay, maybe you've got £200, and maybe you can spend £200 to go to a networking event, and maybe that networking event is going to be the thing that sets you up with your dream offer. So I think networking is definitely the way to go about it when it comes to finding great offers. Even doing things like this as well. Moving to Thailand, I've met so many amazing people out here in Thailand as well. Things like this is going to be how you're going to attract your perfect 5-star offer in 2024. Outreach, still, you should be doing outreach every day, no matter what. Even though it is more saturated now, it's more difficult. You should still be doing it because this is a great way to practice your appointment setting before you've actually got an appointment setting position. That is the best way to practice your appointment setting, because your appointment setting for yourself. That's what I tell all my alpha setters. You should be doing it every day regardless. Even if you've signed a contract to work for someone, and you don't start until next week, still do outreach just because it's practice. You should still be doing outreach. You still can land great roles for outreach and all of the other methods that I spoke about in the previous free training that I made a year ago. But I think I just wanted to record this video as an addition because I think networking is super, super powerful right now. If you take advantage of this, you will thrive as an appointment setter in 2024. Hope this helped, boys. And as always, keep grinding.